Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd move into the laundry room since we did the laundry soap and the budget saving tips last time. I thought it kind of just naturally flowed into the laundry room so I could show you a couple of things that we do to stay organized. So the big thing with my channel that I really want to get across is how to live a simple, organized, and financially savvy life. And so one of the ways that I've been able to do that is by the wonderful help of my husband. This laundry room nor anything in our house looked like this when we first got started. We bought the house and it needed a lot of updates and a lot of repairs. None of this was here. It was just these two cabinets above me, but we've kind of worked on the laundry room and made it to where it just flowed a little bit better for our family, and it was a little bit more functional because I don't want to do laundry on a given day, and if it is not functional and easy to get to, I really don't want to do it. So I guess we'll just kind of start over on this side and kind of show you what we've done. So one of the things that I wanted to do was create a station to be able to organize our mail when it come in. I saw that like paper clutter was just absolutely unreal. If there's a flat surface in our house, it's going to naturally just flow there. And so I saw this cute little bin, and again, wanted everything to be simple and organized, but at the same time, not very expensive. So I was able to find some of this stuff at Hobby Lobby, and it was all 50% off. I love Hobby Lobby. And so I thought the laundry sign was so cute. It went really good with our paint, but this little envelope, I loved that it was multifunctional. So we got a good bang for our buck because it was half price off. Then on top of that, we have the organization for the mail. So as we check the mail, we come in the house, the mail automatically goes here. We get paid about every 2 weeks. And so all the mail stays here until we actually sit down to do our finances together in our budget meeting. And then that way it's not driving me crazy floating all over the house on flat surfaces. So the next thing is that it also has these hooks. And again, it's functional. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, guys. You know, I think we put too much stress on ourselves trying to be Pinterest perfect. If it looks good to you and you love it and it's functional for your family and it didn't break the bank, you did a great job. So here we have the hooks. Of course, our keys for our vehicles are back here. The leash to take our dog out. And then I have some of our cleaning rags hanging here. And then one of the Delicates bags that I use for laundry. So everything is just quick, easy access. My husband, we hang all of his hats here so he can decide which 500 hats he's going to take for the day. But I just love that station. Our vacuum cleaner is stored there, so it's up off of the floor. It's easy to clean around. And then we also have a ladder back here. I don't know if you can see it in between. It's just a good place to store it that's kind of out of sight, out of mind until you need it. So moving on, this cabinet was like an off-white when we moved in. It didn't have any of these sides, none of the molding. My husband done a great job. But we painted this and tried to make it as functional as possible on a dime. So when you open it up, I wanted everything to be easy to find, quick to grab, and if you've ever watched the Clutterbug, if you haven't, I recommend going and seeing her channel because it's really interesting. I found out that I'm a ladybug, and so I like everything to have a home, or a cubby as my husband calls it all the time. But I don't really want it to be like micro-organized where everything is in all of these different little bitty containers, and I have to go through all of this trying to locate where it's at. So I just have broad categories, and we know that if we're needing something, light bulbs are going to be up on the top. We've got batteries here, and when you pull it down, it's not organized inside. Again, it's just easy, something that I can keep up. It looks good from, the front. It doesn't look cluttery when it's in the cabinet, but it's actually very functional. It's just quick grab and go. But we have all of our batteries in here, no matter whether it's watch batteries, batteries for the house, or batteries for the dog collars. So just a broad category makes it quick and easy to find. I really have learned so much watching her channel, and so I just wanted to share that with you. If you hadn't looked her up, I definitely recommend it because it has made this process so much easier. So we did use some contact paper on the back of the walls. Again, did the organization bins, and guys, these aren't expensive bins. I bought them from Big Lots. Just something that serves the purpose. They're good and sturdy, so they're not quite as flimsy as the ones that you're going to get at the Dollar Tree, where you might be saving more money, but it's not actually very practical. I got the little labels, and we ended up having to glue them on because they wouldn't stay in place. But we got the labels, and again, just broad categories. So for our outside bin, it's just small things like plant food, trimmers, gloves for the garden, some seeds that we can grab and go pretty easy. That's not like actually stored out in the garage. Bigger items and stuff are out there for the yard. Our inside bin has everything for organization and rearranging the house, which my husband loves when I get to do. So it's got more nails, tape for when I decide I'm going to paint something, tons of the command strips, and I bought some extra nameplates or plates for the plug-ins and light switches because we've been working on a couple other projects in the house. So it's just quick grab items, things to really mostly to be able to hang pictures because I'm constantly trying to change something up in the house. And then this one I got is just a miscellaneous bin, and it's for kind of like the catch-all. You don't really know what category to put it in, but I've just got stuff for the dog fence, the dog collars. This is more like items for the truck and the cars, being able to fix things, the dryer balls, and some air fresheners for the car. Again, just right here at the back door, so they're easy to find, and you're headed out the door to the car anyway. The other thing that I did was I got this one did come from the Dollar Tree, I believe. Yes. And I decided to put our dryer sheets in here. My husband likes the dryer sheets, even though I have the dryer balls. And it actually seals in the freshness, because if you've noticed that you get them in the cardboard box, a lot of people just tend to shove the cardboard box up in the cabinet and pull one out as you need it. But they kind of lose their smell over time. And so I found that with this little locking lid, they actually still smell just as fresh as when I bought them and it was $1. And so, and plus it's easy to see when you're actually running out. Because if they're in that cardboard bin, if you're done like me, you go to the grocery store and you've seen the cardboard bin and you think that you have some that's actually empty when you get home. So you can actually see through this box to see that you need something. I absolutely love this. This room made the biggest difference because we go through a lot of laundry, even though it's just the two of us. And so by having all of this super functional, super easy to get to, it just makes everything a lot easier with just small maintenance items on the house and then going into the laundry. The next thing that I did, and I wanted it to look cute, but again, not break the bank and be organized and easy to use. So I did get a couple little decorative items from Hobby Lobby again 50% off, and I love this sign. The laundry room, any change left in the pockets will be considered a tip, because my husband leaves stuff in his pockets all the time. But there's my laundry soap. We went over that during the last video, and I just love how it gives a little pop of color. It's kind of aesthetically pleasing, even though it's actually a functional item. And that apothecary jar, I'm pretty sure I got that from Hobby Lobby too. But they're pretty easy to find anywhere you go, and I just put a label on it. This I actually love. I cannot stand all of the labeled containers that everything comes in. To me, it just looks cluttery. You have to unscrew the lid, and I know that doesn't seem like it takes a lot of time, but when you're busy, every little second counts. So to me, this just looks so pleasing to the eye. It's very simple, minimal, and clean. But I take the fabric softener, and I actually found this container at Big Lots. I loved the textured ribs on the front of it. It kind of reminded me of the old glass that my grandmother has at her house. And it's actually like a punch ball. And instead of using it for tea or for punch, I put the fabric softener in there, and it works perfectly. So I actually take the little fabric softener ball that I use and put it right up underneath here, pull this little lever, and it fills the fabric softener ball, no problem at all. No lifting the big heavy jug, no having to look at all of the labeling and packaging that they put on it and the bright green jars that they seem to put them in. And then of course I've got wash and dry, and again, you know, we don't have any fancy dryers. These were actually Curtis's mom's washer and then my mom's dryer that we had handed down to us when we first got married, and we've had them ever since. They work great, and we're planning on using them until they fall apart, because again, financially savvy. Just focusing on the things that we actually need to have to make it functional and a little bit beautiful, but they still work, so they're great. The last part of the laundry room that I wanted to show you is a little bit more organization on this side. Up above, we have organization that is in the bins on the top. I just wanted to get something that was kind of natural looking and easy to pull down. Everything that we have up there is for the dogs. So this bin is for the dogs' fence. The middle bins over here is for like their little jackets if it's cold outside. We also keep some of their toys in there, and again, big broad categories, so they're not at all overly structured inside as far as multiple categories. Leashes, clothes, the trimmers to be able to trim them. It's just easy bin to be able to pull down, but it looks nice and neat when it's all together. We built this shelf in, and I absolutely love this. This originally was a very awkward cabinet when we moved in. It just had two large holes where they kind of looked like they put maybe their dog food inside of the hole, but there was no doors here. So my husband, he actually built the doors. We did the wainscoting on the front, and he put one big sheet of wood on top, and we stained it. It is used every day, so it's very loved. It takes a beating. We come in, you know, it's a flat surface, so stuff falls on it. You have to constantly keep it clean. But I did the little fold sign because I thought it was cute that all of it just kind of went around the room and pulled the whole design together. And this is where I do actually fold our laundry, and I try to do it as soon as it comes out of the dryer, because I've noticed that if it actually sits, for one, it's getting wrinkled, and two, it'll end up a big Mount Rushmore before I ever get to it, and then it's hours of laundry. So I just love that I can take it straight out of the dryer, put it over here, fold our laundry, and we've got the hangers here. Again, just simplicity. Making things easy, having it where it needs to be. Inside of our cabinets here, we just have some essentials for cleaning. The top shelf is extra cleaning supplies, and then like treating the house, like normal routine care. The other bottom part of the shelf is more like we've got mosquito repellent for outside, and some of the dog food that we mix for the dogs. Inside the middle buckets, I really wanted to get these. Again, it's a big broad category. It's able to hide a lot of clutter. But inside here, I love to move our furniture around all the time. And I do it a lot of the times when my husband's not home. So I keep these in here just to be able to grab the mountainside stuff around when he's not home. Plus the dog's collars for our outside leash goes in here. We have like a wireless underground fence. The bottom shelf, I have some of our backup masks, more masks, and then a boot dryer for if you've been outside. And those again just push right inside. It looks so nice and clean, but there's multiple things inside. I just love being able to make it look more simple. And then the last cabinet that we have in the laundry room has all of our laundry needs and some cleaning supplies. So I do tend to buy backups when I find these on sale, just because sometimes for the laundry soap that I make. It seems to be kind of popular, so you'll not be able to find it the next year when you go to make it. And so I tend to get a couple stock. I'll buy one extra one if it happens to be on sale when I'm buying it. I've got some cleaning supplies, some vinegar for the laundry, extra laundry soap, and then I also keep the cheese grater that I use for the laundry soap to be able to make it. So everything is in here exactly where it needs to be. Easy to find for when I actually go to make the laundry soap. I know exactly where it's at. And then the bottom is just odds and ends for painting and upkeep on the house. I keep like the small remnants of paint that we still have left over in case I need to do touch-ups or anything on the wall. It's easy to get to. Plus, you know, it's not supposed to be in the garage in the temperature extremes because it messes up the texture of the paint. So I love the way it turned out. Again, it was done very financially savvy, very simple and functional. But I really think that if you just make small changes and you do it wisely, shop at Big Lots, get some organization bins that actually fit your space. That is one tip that I would say. Don't go buying a lot of bins and think that you're gonna put a ton of items in it to make a space look good and just to get rid of the clutter. Actually, pull everything out, declutter all of it. You should have seen the horrid way that that cabinet looked before I got started with it. Take the time to declutter it and then measure the cabinets to ensure that the organization bins that you're going to buy are going to fit. Even if you have to use like a shoebox to start with, just put the items in there and see if it works before you go spend the money on the item, and then make sure that you buy a functional bin that is going to hold the weight that you're actually wanting to use the bin for. But I hope this helps. If you like organization and design, living on a financially savvy budget and lifestyle, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and give me a comment below to let me know what your favorite part of the laundry room was. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.